Right. My group are presenting the classical genre, and the songs that I'm going to be talking about today are "The Stranger with the Face of a Man I Love" and "This Is What You're Like." Both songs are by Sarah Kirkland Snider. As a classical piece, the first song connects more to the genre of pop rock. I say this because of the volume of the song. The song tends to change in volume, and here it goes. Since he left me here. As you can see, within that 30 seconds, the volume of the song went from like a high volume into like this low melody, which is in the song "The Stranger with the Face of a Man I Love." It has a high pitched volume, as if I was listening to a rock band concert. It gives off a scary and suspenseful vibe, but in the second one, it connects to pop rock as well. Sarah Kirkland Snider reminds me of Florence and the Machines. The reason I say this is because of the pitch. The pitch gets really high, and and you can just really tell that she's singing a pop song. And here it goes. To see you, this is what you like. Do you remember? This is what you once were like. You are a man who, when the music dies away. Right here, as you can see, the pitch of the song, it's like very high. The reason I say that I connect her to more Florence and the Machines is because the way she composes it and the beats of the song, you can hear the different sounds, and it gives you like this bass time continuum type of beat, and that's it. That's the two songs, and this is why I said those two songs connect to pop rock.
One of the first songs I'm going to talk about today is "As He Looks Out to Sea." Like, in the beginning of it, it kind of sounds like an ocean's going in and out. So, like, when it pictures me, like, on a beach and, like, just, like, walking across the sand and a whole bunch of waves coming in and out. And then, like, once you get farther into the song, it kind of sounds more like opera. And she, like, kind of drags out her notes, so it kind of goes faster and slower with her. But then, like, when I listen to it more often, like, it just kind of slows down and gets, like, mellow, like, kind of like jazz, but not, like, the jazz instrument feel. So, like, it just brings a lot of emotion to it because, like, it just puts you in, like, a dream, like you're dreaming. Like, as if you're going to the beach, you're having a nice day, and, like, you're feeling perfectly fine. Here, I'll show you part of the song. Messed up. Alright, you ready? This is the part where I said it kind of sounds like the ocean's flowing slowly, and then it comes in slow, with like the violins and stuff. So like it got that choiry feel, but like it's very super calm, like it's as if you're meditating or something. I can go farther into the song to show you where it kind of picks up. Like you can tell as the violin comes in, it kind of picks up the beat, and then her voice comes in, and then it just keeps going on, up and down, like waves. So I think that's the pattern that she was looking for in the first song. With the second song, I have, hold up, let's see if I can find it. The second song I have is Circle of Life by her. It starts off with a whole bunch of violin noise, but I shouldn't say a whole bunch of violin noise. It starts off with a violin. It's kind of quiet, but then it goes into like a rap beat. You hear more of like drums coming into it, like, and then her voice comes into it. It kind of sounds like if like her voice, like she was to sing it and then they reversed it. So it kind of makes me feel like it was like I want to say rap instrumental, because the way the beats, the going with the drums and then the violin comes in as the melody and then it kind of repeats itself. So like it brings me to a rap genre, like not, I wouldn't say like rap, like trap rap, but I would say like pop rock kind of rap because of her voice, the way she sings. Like it's like the melody's high enough pitch where I would say it's pop rock, and then the drum and the beat and the bass would be like the rap part of the genre. So with this, I'll show you what I was hearing. So, right there you can tell like there's like the beat where I was talking about that sounds like it's rap. She's gonna come in a little bit and sing. Let's see if I can skip. Is this all it's for? It has its days. It just with like hearing that part of the song, it's like she's like singing slowly, so like you understand everything she has to say and like you can feel it what she has to say, and like she also keeps up with the beat and she doesn't let it go past her. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Arion Day, and today I will be talking about the song Dead Friend by Sarah Kirkland, sung by Ellen McLaughlin. The song Dead Friend is very like creepy. It sounds like you could put it in a horror movie, and I will be talking about the timbre of the song and how like the color and the feeling it gives you. So here it is. Like the beginning part is very suspenseful. Sounds like something's gonna happen. And the volume, it kind of starts low and then it kind of increases, like something's like really creeping up on you, like the strings and the tambourine kind of sounds like, to me, like in my head I imagine like a snake coming at you, or like a rattlesnake or something like that. And then I was trying to connect it to classical music, and it has like basically the same instruments in classical music, but it's just played a little bit differently. And so the music like goes out, and then you hear this voice of Ellen McLaughlin, I think her name is, and it just gives me the creeps. Like, oh, it starts over.
Turn your back on me, I beg you.
I hate it so much.
Do not look at me with those eyes. dead friend.
But yeah, that when the instruments goes out, and it really brings out the sound of her voice, because you get the attention from the instruments that like draw you in, and once you hear her voice, it like you're like kind of glued to it, and it's like really creepy. Let's see. And her voice is kind of at the same pitch as the strings before. And to me, like the whole song, I think about it overall, it's kind of like somebody creeping up and then killing someone, and then they're like kind of singing about, and then someone finding that person, and they're talking about like their dead friend. So yeah, there's that song. And there's another song called As He Looks Out at Sea.
Say that again.
There's another song on the Penelope album that is called As He Looks Out at Sea. This song you did? So this is As He Looks Out at Sea. But to me, in the beginning, I hear more of the wind. Like, I think they created that by blowing into like a trumpet or something, but without actually playing it. Yeah, the songs, I mean the instruments are really in sync, and it does sound pretty mellow, and it gives you a chill vibe. So I agree with Melvin on that song.
All right, so I'm Tone, and I'm doing the songs The Lotus Eaters and Baby Teeth, Bones, and Bullets. And with these two songs, you get a more of a pop / rock feel to it. I mean, the Baby Teeth, Bones, and Bullets song is a little creepier and doesn't really have much of a pop. It's more actually like a baseline classical song if you listen to it. But with Lotus Eaters, you get the feeling of just like serenity in the beginning of the song, and then about like halfway through the song, you get just that pop and rock starts to kick in, and things just get a little bit different. I can play a little example of it right now. Right here. This is like the serenity part.
I'm not as lost. I'm not as lost. I'm not as lost as them.
So as you can see, like about halfway through the song, which was I think about 3 minutes, the rock and like the drum started to kick in, and it went to like, and her voice and like the volume of her voice started to increase, and like just the pace of like the rhythm, everything sped up, and it changed. It went from more of like a classical with the violins in the background to just a rock feel. And this is just really interesting because it also gives you like a color change. So you go from like probably a darker or like more of like a, I guess, black color change or red color change, I guess, is what I get from it, to more of like a green and blue, more brighter colors or something. And then with the Baby Teeth, Bones, and Bullets song, this one more or less is like 6 minutes of just creepiness, kind of, and it sounds weird here. I'll play the beginning of it for you. And that initial noise right there is pretty much what sets the tone for the song. Because I don't know if you watched enough scary movies to figure it out, but that's usually a scary sound in movies with the high pitch just squeak in the background. But then at some point the song actually kicks in. So that part right there is pretty much about half the song, and like it pretty much goes at that pace and that rhythm and just how like soothing that is. But it's also like when her voice kicks in, there's a lot of dynamics to her voice, and there's a lot of auto tuning and like her doing several like different variations of her voice all at one time to create like a harmony. And this just all plays a part in the song, but it also like with the lyrics makes it kind of creepy. And how the song starts out, it gives you a tone as to how the song should be played out and what you should be picturing. And this is what I get from the two songs, The Lotus Eaters and Baby Teeth, Bones, and Bullets.